What's going on, YouTube? This is going to be another SnD breakdown video. This time it's going to be the Guerrillas and FaZe. This is one of the most surprising series of the year, obviously. FaZe getting their first loss. But it's the way it happened. Going into it, I knew the Guerrillas probably had somewhat of an opportunity to take this just off of, I'd say, the newness of the map. I wanted to say this map kind of brought like a random factor to it. I have no idea how much the Guerrillas have been scrimming it or whatnot, but I know players like Silly Apathy, that's been around for a while, obviously has a more familiar feel for how the map plays, given its prior history and Call of Duty titles. But yeah, I don't know. This was very surprising the way it ended up going down, and I'll try to break it down the best I can. And here we go.
Right now. This is not for the faint of heart.
So on this map, I think it's the first breakdown video I've done on Express. On this map, you beat this side to the trash can if you try to catch someone going ticket booth. Like if someone tries to run right down the middle and go ticket booth, you can get to this trash can and catch them around the corner. But the side that Atlanta starts on gets the middle control first. So the trash can you're about to see in the middle in a minute. If you go to the middle here, you can see this hallway first on the other side. But if you run straight to this, you can catch anyone that tries to hug the corner and get ticket booth control. It's a very good way to get middle map control on this map, especially if you're trying to limit anything B. So off the rip, Assault, he ends up doing the class switch, so now he's pretty much dead if he tries to go there. See how fast Atlanta got here? It looks like a Beezy is hitting down middle. He's going to hit take a booth. He has Alec watching over him, and Simp looks like he's middle track. Going to be trying to watch the middle track and the top catwalk peak. Then Celium is just watching the down low terminal hit. So not a bad start off, because once they get middle map control, Simp can climb into the train and kind of like check B or check A out. What you're going to hear a lot of teams do too is you're going to see a lot of teams throw stuns over, or I guess flashes since it's Jade, flashes over where the mouse cursor is, that will blow up over here to kind of get intel if it hits someone. More than likely, that will pretty much tell you if they're hitting A or not, and vice versa. If they're on offense, they can throw over and see if anyone's here. And you could also bait. You could also throw a flash over and bait like you're hitting A, and then I'll wrap out catwalk. So off the first round, Salt doesn't get there in time. He just plays it slow. Abizi gets catwalk control, runs straight to it. But Apathy kind of reads that. That's a big first blood for Apathy. He stops the middle map control that Abizi got. Celium's gonna wrap over. Vivid, how did Vivid get there? Hold on. Let's see. How did Vivid get there? Vivid. Oh, he's okay. He was already over there. Okay, I didn't know if he ran down the middle and climbed in or what. So okay, you're gonna see the Guerrillas wrap out. They're gonna wrap over to A once they got the initial blood, which is a good play. Celium just tried to shoulder peek that, get intel. Assault holding it from the spot that Assault was in. You can catch the catwalk flank and the full terminal flank. So that's a very big spot. Caught Celium just kind of wide peeking it. Now in a 2v4. There's really no way you win this unless you just run up to the block and get a two-piece without getting killed from the guy top. I don't see how, and then Guerrillas are playing this very cautious, actually. They get bomb site control, they get numbers, and then they're just going to keep playing the rap game because they realize Atlanta can't take the risk of doing a 1-1 setup. So, and it's a lot easier to hold the B setup once you get every lane pre-aimed. So Assault gets bombed down. Simp kind of senses someone's going to be middle. But Vivid ends up getting him. Now 4v1. Alec is in an unwinnable spot. He's just going to try to get a kill. Very good round out of the Guerrillas here. The second round here. Okay, like I said, on this side, you can beat them middle. You beat them middle every single time on this side. But if you're trying to have a sub run to the ticket booth, like I said, you can catch that player if you run to the trash can on the other side of the... some people call this luggage. Some would call this hallway. But yeah, so... And like I said, Atlanta, this is a very new map. Y'all know Atlanta's obviously the best SnD team in the league. But I don't think we've seen them play Express yet. And not many teams have played Express SnD. Like, I know the only other time Atlanta played this map, I think it was against New York. I think they went up like 3-0 and ended up losing it. So definitely a map they're probably going to either start vetoing or they're just going to work harder on to make it one of their dominant maps. Cell does a wall bang. I get from that wall bang you can tag up players to get intel to see if they're running up to the stairs. Cell gets the info. He gets out with his life. The other 3 players. This is a beautiful play out of Atlanta. Send Cell to be bait, tag it up, get hit, say play your life, and now you have full A-bomb control. And if you slide out and plant it fast enough, you should have a good setup in order. Which it looks like that's what Atlanta ended up doing. Now, this setup right here, I'm not a big fan of the double lobby setup just because the mid-train, you can pretty much pinch. Like where Abeezy is, if you go top middle train, you have a free kill. Because, look, Atlanta trapped themselves here. They have 1 guy on this lockers, and they have 2 on this lockers, and you have a guy top that has to watch both the flank and the forward push with the 2 train peaks. Realistically, all it really would take was someone to climb on this box, and you have an angle to the guy top, and if not, you have an angle to the guy lockers. Not the biggest fan of the 4 clustered. I would have liked to see them keep 1 guy back here on the staircase, and if he sees nothing after 10 to 15 seconds, he can look middle tracks for them. This right here, you kind of leave yourself into a... You just trap yourself pretty much. It all comes down to getting the first 2 picks. Yeah, they're just going to keep shoulder peeking back and forth. Yeah, Apathy's actually going to do exactly what I said. And Silly. So Silly and Apathy both jump on the blocks, like I said. That this is like a very good play. And now if you just swarm the guy, you just play your numbers. So Apathy ends up killing... Where's Alec? Alec was... Okay, top. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. From the top... Alec was in a tough spot because once they climb the double blocks near the top trains, they have a crossfire on every angle in the top room, and they can also see both lockers. Then Vivid wins a big one on Simp. He knew he had a Cell weak, and then Abeezy gets traded out. Another good retake out of LA right there. I feel like if Atlanta takes that round, this map goes completely different. It's just tough, especially since they're in a map 5 with a team they're not expecting it to be this close. That would have been a big round to go 1-1. Now LA has all the momentum, especially after they stole that map 4. They got all the momentum. They're up 2-0. They're playing with nothing to lose pretty much. Like they're trying to shock the world pretty much, do something that no one else has done yet. And they pretty much caught Atlanta on a good map to do it. Like I feel like if this was a Moscow or Miami or something, I feel like you would see. Well, actually Miami was second map. I don't know. I feel like Moscow is probably Atlanta's best map, just because of the way it plays. So okay, so right here, sorry, I was talking. So you're gonna see a straight up B hit out of the Guerrillas, and a straight up B, or no, you're gonna 2-2. Abeezy's going middle. Alex gonna look over. You're probably gonna see this every single round out of Atlanta. This is pretty much an unstoppable play unless you show mid aggression yourself. It gives them ticket booth control. It gives you pretty much lock down the mid tracks and the train from where Alec would be once he watches it. It just all comes down to winning these gunfights down here from bottom terminal. Silly ends up getting a pick on Simp, so he was the guy playing the front. I'm guessing he probably thought Celium would give him a crossfire, but from this angle, I'm pretty sure this box blocks Cell from being able to get that. So now Abeezy ends up getting killed from Vivid. Vivid runs from their catwalk because he was initially looking at the A peak. He ran down their catwalk. He is going to catch Abeezy in the ticket booth, which is a very good play right here. That's a very good play, not the funnel towards the bomb site, to actually take the middle route and check and clear the ticket booth. Because if there's no one in here, then Vivid can push up to here, or he can climb in the ticket booth himself and pre-aim this from the inside. It's a good play. Ends up catching Abeezy. Gets traded from Alec, but now you got a 3v2. Silly ends up killing Celium trying to run up the terminal. And now you're stuck in a 3v1 situation. This is another unwinnable for Alec unless he just world stars. I just don't see him, especially with the bomb down. Never mind. Okay, I was going to say, unless he just rips 3 people off of Eddie. Another round out of the Guerrillas, all in part to getting that initial kill. And the numbers haven't been there in Atlanta's favor. The only time Atlanta's had number advantage on one of these rounds so far was the round where they planted and then they trapped themselves in the lockers. So now it's 3-0. Let's see if they do their B play here. Yeah, Atlanta's doing the B play, but look at Guerrillas. They're sending 2. They're doing the same setup Atlanta did down here. But they're sending 2 A as well, and maybe one guy, once he doesn't see anything, will come down and help from catwalk. This actually, LAG does it a little different. He's not actually sitting in terminal. He's gonna push out with. Salt's gonna push out with Silly a bit. Actually, now he ran back. As I said that, they both run back. So they get the intel, and then they realize that if you see one, that's one thing Atlanta's been doing, or that's one thing in Atlanta's playstyle that you can kind of tell. If you see one, specifically in a BZ or a Simp, you'll more than likely know that they're all going to be there. And if not all of them, at least 2 of them are going to be there. Because Atlanta plays heavy off of teamwork. So not many solo plays, not many YOLOs, unless if it's a BZ trying to get like a first blood on like some sort of flank or something. So Silly gets that intel. He reads it well. He knows to get out with his life. He does give up full bomb control. So this is looking good for Atlanta. Like, yeah, the Guerrillas got the intel, but Atlanta has the map control. It's all going to come down to the initial bloods. If you can get that first blood, especially once you get bombed down, you pretty much funnel the Guerrillas that have to be in a certain spot.
This is the first time we've really seen Atlanta.
Right now, the setup is you have one guy deep flank watching their own terminal flank. You have one guy by the elevator pillar watching their terminal. You have a BZ watching middle. And Simp's going to probably plant and use the stairs Eddie. Yeah, he's using the stairs Eddie. So right now, everything's pretty good. You have Simp watching the hallway hits. You have a BZ watching this hallway. You have Celium watching their terminal. And you have Alec watching... Where's he at exactly? I guess he's watching the middle hallway, but he's also watching the terminal. As long as Alec doesn't die, they should be fine. I don't know if Apathy got good timing here. I'm going to assume Apathy did get good timing. But if Alec dies right here, the entire round goes to hell. Because then if Apathy runs down terminal, one of these players have to turn and now pick that up. Which, if they played like disciplined, maybe they, or undisciplined, maybe they both turn because they're like wary of it because it's getting low in time. And you have a BZ, you'll probably end up pushing into their catwalk once things get crazy. But it all comes down to Alec. If Alec gets this kill right here, he pretty much locks down this entire side of the map. This entire side of the map no longer has to be worried about. Simp can just keep watching this. A BZ can keep watching this. And Cell can just keep on locking this down. But I'm pretty sure Apathy saw his gun right there. Gets a nade hit marker. Alec's pretty much screwed after that. Now, Apathy plays this really well. I'm pretty sure he just full commits wraps middle. See what 7 did. Sip had to give up the middle watch. BZ had to back up and pick that up. And look, it happened. Celium gave up the terminal to go help Simp, thinking it's an all-out flank, and then it gives time for Silly and Assault to push through. He probably ends up getting shot in the back as well. Silly gets to the pillar, stays alive. But now even in this situation, 7, Simp's thinking that Apathy is going to be hitting it. So now you have a 4v2, and you have no one watching these pivotal lanes. So if they get up to bomb, everyone lower is going to die. Silly does a good job dodging nades. I don't even know how he survived that. Cell ends up getting a big kill on Assault. But Vivid kills a BZ on the stairs, Eddie. Celium wide peak chows it. Silly gets the trade. I'm guessing Assault had him one shot. And now Simp, who flanked through the terminal thinking Apathy was going to be here since he killed Alec, is now stuck to just run up. And Simp ends up playing this really, really well. I don't know if he had time to run away, because I'm not quite sure how close Silly got. But he played it good. He got a kill. He ends up pissing on Vivid. So now right here, I'm guessing in reality, Simp, if he immediately gets that kill, could have ran backwards, auto-mantled out the window, and laid down on this side of the window. But Simp probably thought that Silly would be right next to the bomb as he got that second kill, so didn't want to die, and thought maybe since Silly shot from lower, that it would take too much time for Silly to run full speed to the heady, kill him, and then run to bomb. But Silly takes no time. He runs straight to it, slides in, kills him, and then has about 3 seconds to run to it. Gets it in plenty of time. Simp played that really well. Silly just ends up with the heads up play, just runs straight to it, knows you don't have time to pre-aim, just has to go get it, ends up getting them. Now they're down 4-0. Like I said, this is a round that I feel Atlanta should have had. They had the setup, they had the bomb plant. Once Alec died and it wrapped, it kind of made the entire setup break down. They should have won the second round where they got bombed down. They had a full bomb site with all 4 men set up, and they trapped themselves. So a series that very well could be 2-2 is now 4-0. And then right here, if I'm playing Atlanta and it's 4-0, I'm expecting a very aggressive play somewhere. Probably a BZ running down middle, challenge the terminal, maybe 2 or 3 flying down middle. I would say at the very least here, you're going to see a BZ fly mid. You're going to see Alec try to watch over him, and you're probably going to get another, maybe a delay, because the Guerrillas, you got to think, the reason what makes the Guerrillas really good in this matchup, Atlanta's a very fast-paced team, very aggressive. Aggression is their strong suit. That's what gets them. That's why they're by far the best team in the game. The Guerrillas are the opposite. Assault, Silly, Aptly, Vivid, they're very, I'd say Vivid's a fast player, but everybody else is a very methodical, very patient player. So playing a very fast team, if you have teamwork setups and you catch someone being over antsy or over aggressive, can kind of work in a team like the Guerrillas' favor, especially in a one life mode like SnD. But I'm going to assume a BZ tries to run down middle here, or maybe 2 or 3 run middle. Actually, I was completely wrong. Alex going middle. What is it? 7-8. Simp and Ibiza. I guess they're just gonna double hit A, or they're going. Yeah, they're probably gonna double lockers. And Celium's gonna probably do this every round. He's probably gonna pre-fire through and try to get intel. I can't tell if he shot. I think he just shoulder peeked it. Vivid stuns over. Huh. Maybe a BZ just doesn't know the timing yet. I'm going to assume he doesn't know the timing yet. Or maybe did he throw a flash over? Oh, let me see. Did they throw a flash over? I don't think they did. Right here, the play would have been a BZ should have thrown a flash over here. And if, I can't tell, he might have. Maybe he did it and failed it and didn't know he failed it. But the play here is if a BZ throws a flash or if Simp throws a flash over here and gets a hit marker, then you know someone's going to be close, so you can't get shot in the back there. You'll be preeming the train. But since he didn't do that, he doesn't have the intel. So he's looking right here right now. He gets kind of bad timing, but he kind of created himself to have the bad timing. Because Alec is also watching the same thing. This is kind of an irrelevant play because Alec's watching the train from his corner, while Abizi's also in the train, looking at the hallway. And this is, like, obviously an untradeable spot for Alec. Simp is running towards lockers. So this is a free kill for Vivid. Abizi almost turned on him. The fact that he even hit him that many times is absurd. So now you get the first blood, and you're at 4-0. Offenses on this side is very, very crucial once you get man advantages. Simp's probably going to trade it. Simp's actually going to play the corner. You definitely saw him fall. Simp gets the trade, gets traded himself, so that's pretty much like that's a good situation for the Guerrillas. Taking out a player like Simp and getting the number advantage back in your favor. 3v2. Alex going to be watching over. He's not quite sure. The Guerrillas do this a lot, too. If you're playing the Guerrillas in SnD, you got to understand you're playing SnD methodical type players. So they're going to do lots of wraps, lots of retakes, lots of baits, lots of show yourself here, get a kill, wrap the map really fast, which is really good because Celium is going to think that they now have A control since they've eliminated 2 here. Alec has to pretty much keep looking. Celium's going to wrap through the catwalk, and by that time, the Guerrillas will more than likely have B control. That's why this is such a good play, especially against a very fast team that likes to play numbers and likes to play with aggression. Because right now, I'm going to assume Atlanta realizes right now, okay, they're not here. They're going to be a B. So look, once they don't see anything, they're going to try to probably play it from middle, but it's going to be too late. Yeah, they spot him middle. Now it just should be a free plant. Alex going to run straight to the ticket booth. Celium gets killed. This heady that he's on right here is such an OP spot. Alec eats a nade. Sees him up top again. And that's just an unwinnable spot. And now it's 0-5. 0-5. Like, a series that very well could have been 2-2 is now 0-5. And it happens to be map 5. And I'm going to be honest. I don't know, but I'm going to assume Atlanta played different maps to get practice on them. Because I don't think these, like, I don't know, like, I'm not too certain on this, but I'm pretty sure they played maps that they're not too used to. For, I guess, extra practice on it since they are playing, like, no disrespect to the Guerrillas, but Atlanta's by far the best team. So they probably felt, regardless of what map they play, they felt like they probably were going to win. And it kind of seemed like another off day. It didn't seem like all the first bloods that Atlanta usually gets on every team. It just didn't seem like they got the first blood. It just seems like they were the ones that always got caught not looking the right way. And it just seemed like just an off day, honestly, from this team. And I would say it's probably easy to overlook a team when you're 11-0. Like, I don't know, it's probably easy to, like, overlook anyone, really. But 5-0, I'm going to assume here, when you're down 0-5, usually it's a lost full round. You'll probably see, like, a right down the middle hit from both teams. Or at least definitely from Atlanta. I'm saying, like, I know I was wrong in the last round, but I'm going to assume that if Easy's running right down the middle here, Alex going to try to look over him, and you might even have Simp run with him. I don't know. You're probably going to just see a lost full, fast middle hit. It's 0-5. Like, this, like I said, it could very well be 2-3 right now.
We both know what map we're on. We both know what it means, but do not adjust your devices. It is 5-0 right now.
I mean, I'm wrong again. Wow, they're doing an all-out B hit, which it seems like that's Atlanta's strong suit from what I've seen so far. Yeah, they're down 5-0. But the one time they ran down here all as a team, they got the numbers here. They just lost the bomb defense. I'm trying to think, what are they doing? So Vivid is running close, so he's going to be playing this close corner. Assault is doing the same play with Silly. So it looks like Assault and Silly are going to be the B players that kind of run this tandem down here. And you have Apathy watching over A just to see if he got intel. And number 5, Alec is middle hallway.
Los Angeles Guerrillas, not only
So Assault gets where did Assault get that kill? Oh, Assault won that long-range gunfight. Celium was crouched in the terminal. It's a tough spot because, like, you do have a heady here, but you can get cameraed if someone slides out and chows it with a Krieg. Yeah, he got headshot, and then he can do that. Beast, he's going to try to run and get this kill. Seemed like he stopped for a second and got bad timing, because as he stopped, it looked like he went to go, like, turn as Vivid peeked. I don't know. I'm going to assume Vivid wins this gunfight. I'd be mad surprised if Abizi stole this one. Yeah, Vivid gets that kill. Simp is now trapped in a off-angle corner with a sub against a Krieg. A free kill, and then Alex now in another unwinnable situation. Alex obviously going to be the long-range middleman on this map, just off the AR presence along. But the Guerrillas didn't run middle not one time that I can remember. The only time the Guerrillas had middle map control or middle or any type of ticket booth play was when Vivid came from their own catwalk and reflanked the middle from their catwalk. Not one time did they hit middle aggressively. I'm pretty sure. And that probably threw Atlanta off, because the Guerrillas kind of played this like off-centered and just like kind of double Kriegs everywhere. Alec gets a kill on Vivid, but now he's trapped, and it's just an unwinnable spot. Like, I don't know. I know we've only seen a few expresses. I can't think of how many expresses there's been in the league. I remember the Atlanta New York one. I remember this one. I trying to remember another one, but I can't seem to remember all the matches. They kind of blur together after you watch so many of them. But I'm pretty sure this is the most dominant express we're going to see all year, because LAG played this map in particularly perfect. And like I said, I feel like if it was a map like Moscow, Atlanta would have probably had just as easy of a win as LAG did, just because that type of maps plays to Atlanta style. I feel like Atlanta's going to be really, really, really good at this map towards the end of the year. But with this still being new, and I don't know how many reps they have on this map, I feel like you might be able to steal a map or two off of Atlanta. like, I guess in the early stage, because I think in this series too, they lost that other new map, didn't they? I think they lost Apocalypse Hardpoint, which is the newest map, and then they lost the SnD Express. I think they lost Map 2 Miami as well. Pretty sure they lost Map 2 Miami, which I think Atlanta was undefeated on, but I can't remember the last time Atlanta's played Miami. It's been probably since Stage 1 since anyone's even played Atlanta on it. So I don't know. Very, very, very dominant performance out of the Guerrillas there. I can't pick really anybody in particular who played bad for Atlanta. It just kind of seemed like a dominant performance out of the Guerrillas, and it seemed like I don't know, lack of reps. I guess lack of reps for the Atlanta. Like I said, I feel like this team's gonna be really, really, really dominant on this map later in the year. Like I said, they're 11-1 too, so like you're not gonna go perfect in Call of Duty. It's not possible. Like, I don't care how talented your team is. This league is way too packed with talent, and Call of Duty really is who has it that day and who doesn't. And it was a matter of time before Atlanta loses, but I guess it was a really big shock that it was the LA Guerrillas, because the Guerrillas are the type of team that'll go out and beat Atlanta, and then they'll go and lose to like some other team that isn't doing that well. So I don't know. CDL this year's been wild, and I'm just going to tell you guys right now, do not gamble on the CDL. You will lose your money. I am 100% an advocate for that. I think I have bet on Florida for every single loss they've had, and against them for every single win they've had. So I don't know. This Call of Duty stuff is chalked when it comes to that. I say just watch it for the entertainment, because you generally do not know who's going to win at any series, which is, I don't know, it's just a wild. It's been a very wild year. Yeah, that wraps up, I think this was day 3. Day 3, Map 5, SnD, Atlanta's first loss of the year. I don't expect to see them losing much at all for the rest of the year. And knowing Atlanta, this type of loss will piss them off, and they'll probably come out and dominate again. Because if I know anything about these 4, they fucking hate losing more than anything. They hate it. They hate losing. But yeah. Appreciate the love. Make sure you like the video. Sub to the channel if you enjoy the content. We're going to have a lot of different stuff coming. We got SnD content. We're going to have Warzone content. We're going to have all kinds of different angles on top of the SnD breakdowns. If you guys want to see any other type of content or anything else in the video, or for video content ideas, make sure you let me know below. Any other videos or maps in particular in this series that you want to see, like in this SnD breakdown series. Let me know what maps you want to see next. Just like, I'm going to be checking all the comments. I want to see as much information as I can, because I'm trying to grow this as, just trying to grow this as things go on. I don't want to be like a pretty much just content, SnD. I want to kind of like grow this and do all kinds of stuff. So if you have any ideas, let me know, chat. I appreciate all of you guys, and until next time, peace out.